in the throw that you want, then move into your submission. If there's a step in the middle of that with a position, that's also fine. Ready? Go. All right, so you guys can see that you could break that up into just a throw, stop, just an arm lock, stop, and so forth. But this is the way we want to work. You can do the same drill, except Caleb is also going to make his escape. So this would be the third step. Are you ready, sir? There's a throw, there's the submission, there's the escape, there's this position. Does that make sense? Get a partner close in size. Thanks, sir. Good job, good job. We're going to make armbar, escape, and then we're going to move on, okay? Feel free to go make throw, go ahead and make armbar, and armbar escape. All right, that's rolling uphill. Pulls the elbow out, clears the guard, moves into side control. That looks pretty good. All right, other person, make the opposite or the second armbar escape. All right, rolling downhill, take the top. All right, let's talk about these for a second. Who knows these two escapes? Raise your hand. Most everybody's familiar. All right. Make sure we're paired up with somebody that can help you, or call me over if you need some help. We need to make the throw. Step one. Everybody say get a grip.
Get a grip.
All right. Caitlin makes her grip. Next, she's got to do what? Break balance. She initiates movement, moves, breaks balance. Then she does what? Loads makes a throw. Then what? Steps over, makes tight arm bar, right? Now, for Caleb to make his move, are you rolling uphill? All right, this is a hard one to roll uphill because her knee is in the way, but you can still do it. All right, the bottom line is he should go into defense. Defense makes her fight and have to pull. Most people start yanking on her, right? When she starts yanking, he's going to use that to roll up. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Now he wants her knees on her chest or up by her face. That makes it hard for her to arm lock him. Now he gives her some space, right? Step up, step up. Give her space. She can still arm lock him. Everybody see that? All right. So he goes down, keeps it tight. He rocks his shoulders to get the elbow past the crack of her butt. Once the elbow is free, now he's not worried about her arm locking him. He wants to control and move to a better position. He gets free, spins around, takes side control position. Does it make sense?
Sir.
Option two. Gonna start with what?
Grip.
Make your grip. Everybody should say, make your grip.
Make your grip.
Step two is gonna be what? You gotta break balance. He initiates movement. He makes the load, then what? Go to throw. Next. He steps over. Now, notice the knee is up like last time. Rolling uphill is slightly harder because this knee is actually in the way. But rolling downhill, and when the knee's in your back, works really well. What does she got to do? Make defense. Make defense. There we go. Make defense. Right? Here's the beauty that I love about this particular escape. Maybe Caleb gives a yank, and she holds.
I wasn't holding that time. I was freaking like that.
All right, so she stole my thunder. So he makes a yank and she holds. Then he yanks again and she smacks him in the face. That stuns him just for a half a second. Then she bridges, rolls over. Now, she's got to get to the outside of the body. She bulldozes forward and to the side. Good job. You did the technique perfectly. You just did it one step faster than I could call it. It was good. I was like, swat! Okay. That's what I wanted to see. I just didn't get to call it. The whole thing sucked because you were ahead. It's all good. Does it make sense, these two escapes?
Yes, sir.
Questions on these two escapes?
No, sir.
Get with your partner. Do these a couple times. If you're brand new and you haven't seen it, this is what I want you to do for the next roughly 20 minutes until quarter till. If you're not brand new, all right. All right, there's some very important things that we've got to remember about everything that we do. Space equals
Escape.
Guys, if you're not saying that every single time, it's not stuck in your head, you won't remember when you fight. It seems pedantic or repetitious, but when I say space equals and I leave it out there, you say escape. It's an important thing. You want to remember these little markers. I'm teaching you mnemonically, okay? For your memory. So I grab Joel. I go to make the throw, right? We should start with nice grip, nice position, good entry, break his balance, lift, boom. Now, watch how close that I get. This is in his body. I'm holding him. This is already tight. I'm going to sit down so tightly there's going to be no space. Did you notice that he's actually off the ground?
Yep.
That's because I've got him tight. This makes a good armbar. Right? Sure. Now watch. If I move back just an inch, his shoulder can now go to the ground. He can easily roll up on me. Okay? Because I gave him some space. Now, let's talk a little bit about where we want to be when we're on the ground. And the key thing that I want you guys to remember is that when I've got this arm lock, all right, everybody, hopefully you can see all this space. The first marker is back of my knee is not in the right place. The back of my knee needs to be by his head. This needs to be pulling. This needs to be pulling. All right? Everybody understand?
Yes, sir.
So if you're like this, are you pulling?
No.
Look at all that space. Space equals?
Escape.
All right, he should be here. Now, I'm hugging this because his arm's locking. If he locks his hands, I'm never going to break this, right? And I'm pretty stinking strong. I'm just using my biceps only. I want to hook this, okay? I like to grab this so he doesn't smack me in the face, right? And now, if he holds on tight, I still might not be able to break it. Hold on super tight, Joel, right? Now, when I start yanking on this thing, I'm really pulling hard. He's going to use that momentum to stack me up. He wants to create no space for me to escape. So I go to pull. Now watch. I pull. He stacks. Now, he's left me space. I'm going to armbar him if he doesn't jam my knees to my face. So he pushes. There we go. Now, I don't have any leverage. Go back like 2 or 3 inches. Right there. Watch. I bend. I turn and I go belly down. And I can still get him if he gives me just about 2 inches. Does this make sense? So you got to press those knees to his head, okay? That's going to enable you to maneuver that elbow out. Does it make sense? Are we tracking?
Yes, sir.
All right. 2 more times with your partner. Yes, sir. What is the escape you need the most work on?
The triangle escape.
Triangle choke. All right, triangle choke. All right. So Brent is going to be here on the ground, and I'm going to tell you the first magical thing you should know about triangle is the length of the leg counts. If you're short, particularly if you're short and thick in the leg, it's really hard to get the triangle choke because you got to get around somebody else's shoulders and neck, okay? All right? Brent's gifted with like 400 inches of leg, okay? So he's going to be able to do this easily. Now, remember that the first thing that we want to think about is I want to have the proper posture. That's going to keep me alive in most cases. But again, let's say he grabs some sleeves. Let's say that he pulls his knees under my arms and he kind of gets in position like he's going to make his choke. All right, so he's here and he's got me pulled out. What's the best escape for any kind of submission?
Don't get in it.
Don't get in it. You see him push that leg. He goes to kick it over your head. You immediately posture up. That'll help you. Now, Brent's no fool. He's going to grab, once he gets that foot going, he's going to yank and pull me forward. Now, notice I'm on my knees. If I've got this, he can't pull. Go and pull me with my hands on your belly. He pulls hard, right? Come forward, towards you. See how he's not really going to move me. Now, he flares my arms. Now, he puts his foot. Watch, I got nothing to stop him. He yanks me. And, I mean, I'm on my knees. There's no real stopping that. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
So if possible, I'm going to hold on to the belt. All this is just defense, beginner defense. He grabs, he flares, and he's like, my magic sucks. So what does he do? He can do a single break. He picks the arm that he wants, he does a single break. Now he holds, he goes and stuffs that leg over there, and he can still make it, but I can do something now because he can't pull me forward as easily. He yanks me forward, throws that leg up, right? I want to start posturing here. All right, say for example, we make a few mistakes, or he's just super good. Sometimes this happens. He flares, he kicks, he pulls, and now I'm here. The more you go down into this position, the worse it gets. So be thinking, posture up, look, it's almost like you're praying. Look to God, right? God, don't let me get choked, right? So as long as he's in the I formation, we look like an I, we're in line, it's going to be hard for him to make this happen. Go ahead and try to make the choke without teeing up. All right. Easy. Now, if you look down my back, this position, he's kind of not going across. He should go right across both shoulders. It's not the end of the world. All he has to do is hook a leg and tee up a little bit. Now, does that look better?
Yes.
All right, not only is my head down, he's got the proper leg position. I'm not in the I position. The next step is he wants to get this arm across the body. When he locks it, they lock it. That's about all you got before your eyeballs pop out. Somebody tell me what makes sense. I've shown you what makes it work. What makes sense for your initial defense?
Posture.
Posture up. What's the second step?
Unlock the choke.
Okay? Before we unlock, let's hide that hand. If it's here, let's hide the hand. So posture up, move the hand around. I say grab the pocket. Right? By the way, this is the only sport in the world where you can grab somebody's back pocket and it's not weird. You grab somebody's back pocket in any other sport, they're going to wonder what you're doing. You might be stealing their wallet. You might be weird. Could be anything. But Brent's not going to mind that I do that because all he wants is this triangle choke. He's going to let me grab that pocket. He's going to be trying to get this choke. So I'm here, right? I've tried this maybe, but maybe he's just better. He flares, he gets the leg in, he kicks hard, he tees up, pulls me across, right? And now he's ready to choke. At this point, I'm in trouble. If I've gotten to this part, I might already be choked. But if not, posture, I move up. Go ahead and lock him in there. He's locked. Posture, move up. Get this around. I'm going to untee up him. Everybody see how I'm now in the I position? All right, he's holding on pretty tight. Squeeze. Squeeze harder. All right, still pretty good, but I can breathe. I'm going to try to post a little bit here. Make a little bit of space. Now, if I need to, I can put this hand down, but I don't want to let go of this pocket, so I'm going to use this hand, and I'm going to push to his head. Everybody see? Everybody see?
Yes, sir.
Lock back up. Get the pocket, I posture up, get the pocket, I push to his head. It unlocks. I drop down. Take side control. That is the basic one I learned in 1990s, long million years ago. I'm going to show you a slight variation. If the guy's a monster, and you're like, it ain't working. I put the left hand there, he ain't letting go. By the way, does everybody recognize that he's letting me go? Because once he locks it in, it's almost impossible to break this. Not impossible, almost. He's actually letting me go. The thing I really want to do is, let's not get into it. Anyways, this is what you do if you are into it. Go ahead, sir. Bang, bang, grabs. All right, immediately, I push that across. Immediately, posture, step up, grab this, right? And then I'm going to start standing. Now, instead of using this hand, I'm going to step over his face, and I'm going to turn out. Then I'm going to take his back. Okay? Not quite the Boston Crab, but if he'd have held on, I would have rolled him into the Boston Crab, and then I would have taken his back. Go! Coach me through. All right. I'm going to start super duper basic. Notice I've got live toes. I'm not flat-footed. Right? I'm not on the tops of my feet. Live toes, wide base. Right? I like to hold the belt. It's a lot harder for him to escape. Okay? He controls the wrist. He controls the body with his legs. Make sense? He's got me. I've got him. We're both kind of stuck. Somebody has to do something. Somebody has to start moving. Right? He's going to make wrist break. All right? Now he's going to control that with that hand and try not to let me grab that. You can push it to the ground if he wants. Okay? Then he's got to make a little bit of space. Kick that foot through and turn hard. Now, he has to push this arm across, right? Then he's got to start squeezing me to make the choke. Now, from this position, he's giving me space right here. I can feel it. All right, watch. Posture up. Grab the pocket. All right, I feel much better now. Now watch. Oh, my back. Oh. Make sense?
Yes, sir.
All right, come here, Caitlin, because you're a little bit more flexible than Caleb is. She goes to a triangle choke. All right, grabs that. She's up, and she's got me. Oh, that sucks already. I didn't like that. I want to pull her up on my boat ramps. Your thighs are your boat ramps. You should still be trying to control this a little bit if you can. What I want to do is I want to get the pocket. Right? Hold on tight. All right. Now, at this point, I want to push to her face. Now, if she's uncomfortable, she'll bend her back so her butt will go down. Get your butt to the ground. There you go. If she's uncomfortable. If she's not uncomfortable, she tries to hold it. I'm going to roll her onto her face. Anyways, once we get here, press, stand, my right foot's up, get that to the ground. Oh my gosh. Move to side control. Okay?
Yes, sir.
We tracking?
Yes, sir.
All right, here are the mistakes I'm seeing on the triangle choke. All right. Try to control the hands, right? If I can't break this and get the triangle choke because she keeps grabbing back on, I can wait, right? In the street, I can just hit her. If I'm controlling this, I can control her back with this leg and I can kick her into the kidneys, right? So there's things she's gonna want to break. I can also unlock and she might think, ooh, I gotta escape, right? Once she lets go, I make a little bit of space. I like to put my knees on her hips and I flare her arms with my knees. Right? Now grab my belt again. Make sense?
Sir.
Now I can always dink her with this knee if I want to. Right? I can kick her in the face if I want to, or I can yank her in and just turn. Right? And there she goes. She's posturing up. Right? Now, here's the thing. See how high her butt is? Get your butt low. Posture up. There you go. All right? Mine was tight. Do you see how she put her butt down? Now, she's got me by the pocket. What does this hand do? Ah! 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 It's kind of a spine-twisting, painful thing, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. So, if you do it properly, there's no space at all in your triangle choke. Did you notice that because I had my feet on her hips, it was easy for me to tee up when I kicked and I yanked, and I immediately got that. They were in that little hole, right? She got her butt up, which was bad. This is bad. This is what you want. Get the head up and then get them on your boat ramps. Posture up, okay? Go. But this is the technique. So Caleb is here. He's going to try to make triangle choke somehow. He's got his position pretty well. He's pretty much started. He's got his hands ready. He flares out. He gets his knees in there. His feet are on my waist. I'm thinking, oh crap. I'm either going to get choked or arm locked or I'm going to get triangle choke right here, right? So he kicks and pulls. Now, at this point, I got to get up quick. I pull him onto my boat ramps, right? Now, he can still triangle choke me from here, right? He's still trying, but I'm still posturing. I'm gonna grab this leg. All I need is a little bit of space. It's not an elbow to the groin, but that's kind of what it's gonna look like, right? I'm gonna lift up, and I'm gonna break. You see how I shucked it? You okay? I'm gonna grab, elbow's gonna go down, I'm gonna throw my head up. Once I've gotten here, then I get this arm out. He's got nothing. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Cool?
Yes, sir.
All right. Don't forget, you still got some magic if they escape your triangle choke. Caleb goes to make triangle choke. He sees that he's in position. He's going for it. He makes his move. And then I start posturing up. What has he got?
Armbar.
He could do it from there. All right. He could do it straight from there. Or he could also kick that foot over my head, and he could do it from there. By the way, the first one worked really good. Could you tell?
Yeah.
Freaking my arm about fell apart. So the arm bar is still there. All right. We grab, right? Heels, flare, I kick. He starts to step me up, right? And I'm like, okay, I'm still controlling this. Okay? Go ahead and tee up a little bit. Here's this arm bar, it's right there. He goes to pull that arm out, no problem. At this point, I can go back to the guard, right? And I can start the whole mess over again, okay? I make arm bar attempt here, all right? Here's the first arm bar, right? I get here, right? He starts, get that arm free, he starts to pull this arm out, he left this behind, and now omoplata. Okay? Everybody got that? So there's still work to be done unless you make a clean escape and you get position. So don't just, oh, I broke it, and just stand there and leave him room to maneuver. Think so. All right. We got 5 minutes left. We could fight.